Welcome back to a bit gamey and the latest update. What is it? Back date or down date? But it's yeah, my working through this collection of agents, this sort of X project of ancients, and gradually just reducing the pile down before I get back to what I consider to be the current project. But anyway, blah blah blah. Second unit of Flangites done. Big saga. It was originally going to be units of 16. It turned into units of 24. And finally, this final version of 36. I've got the Crusader Miniatures Command team along on the right edge, or right edge of the unit, left edge looking at it. I'm pleased with that at least. It's been a whole total saga, this whole thing. But I think some sort of for the future, I have my phalanxes sorted out. That's how they're going to, or phalanxes, well, pikes rather. You know, if you get one of these days, they're doing pike and shot type stuff, or late medieval. I think that's how I'm going to do the pikes, with the 32 pike figures and 4 command figures along the edge. So that's them. And then there's a unit of hoplites. The Flangites are six bases of 6, and the standard melee infantry is 6 bases of 4. Again, that's going to be my thing for future reference. Figures mostly Warlord, with a command base of Crusader figures. Very nice. Oops. Nice. Do like these. They're it's interesting because a lot of times you see people talking about good figures and talking about how detailed they are, and the Crusader ones suit me very well because they're not massively detailed. I mean they've got detail, but it's not like hundreds of little bits everywhere. You've got large blocks of the same colour. A bit like the gripping beast ones, which suits my lack of painting style quite well. So that's good. So that's the first lot of hoplites out of 2 done. Yeah, sort of the Warlord box is enough for 2 lots of that with command figures from elsewhere. So that's the second one, and the third one is what I'm calling a regiment in my sort of basing scheme, which is 3 bases of 2 skirmishers at front, and then this is for barbarians, a barbarian regiment, and then 6 bases of 3 as the melee block behind. So that's going to be say what I consider to be a regiment, and that'll be for most factions. It's either good. Barbarians will be like 3 bases of 2 and 6 bases of 3, and civilized will be 3 bases of 2 or 3 as the skirmishers and 6 bases of 4 as the melee part. So obviously it's very random. Obviously the collections, because there are 3 in my original plan. The 3 kind of favourites for ancients was going to be New Kingdom Egypt, and the people they fought, Macedonians and Persians, and early Rome, and all the people they fought. So that's kind of the why it's also random what I picked to buy at. I just bought stuff that's on sale or whatever. So anyway, so that's the bulk of what I say. This is an X project, because I gave up on doing the agents because the table's too small for the. I mean, the minimum size I wanted for ancients units was too big for the small table. So it's an X project, but I just wanted to get enough of the pile done that it wasn't nagging at me. Then go back to the small table projects. So that was that on the what's done. In terms of what's left to do, there's another 20 hoplites to go. Some of them already done. You know, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Oop. So yes, there's another unit of those to do, and then some odds and ends. There's a bursting Garrix. I've got a standard bearer to go with him. And I'm going to use one of the dogs from this Germanic Chieftain box. So that's going to make a command base. And I've got 2 Nubian general figures for another command base, but I want to get some kind of African animal, like some kind of deserty lion type thing to go on theirs. That's basically all that is to go is 1 unit of hoplites and 2 command bases, and that's on the to-do list. But that's enough for now. I mean, I can finish those bits off in between the other projects. It's not all the what am I saying? Yeah, it's not all there is to do. I mean, I bought loads of bloody ancient stuff. It's ridiculous. There's like there's chariots, and there's Italian allied infantry and Persians and God knows what else. But I've done about half of what I had originally on the ancients, and that's enough for now. I can stop now and they're just there. If in case I run out of anything else, then I can pull some of those out. So that's kind of good. It's kind of progress. It's backwards progress in that I'm finishing off an X project. Well, or rather half finishing an X project, an X project. But that's kind of progress in a way. And finally, last bit of shaky cam just to show how it all works in those really useful boxes with the wall base inserts. So you can see you've got one lot with the pikes, because obviously the pikes are too long to have 2 boxes in. And you can get 12 of those 50mm bases in one of those half-size trays, and possibly more 40mm, either 15 or maybe possibly 20 of 40mm square bases in one of them. Excuse shaky cam. But as I say, when you don't have pikes, you can have two lots, so another 12 bases. So 36 bases worth at 50mm bases. 36 in a 1 9-litre box, or 48 if there aren't pikes. So I don't know if that's useful, but it might be useful to someone. Okay, I think that's it. I'm going to do another one next on what's coming next, which is the horse and musket, and back to World War II.